Oh yeah, tonight, we got a great show for you tonight. We got the Modern Day Sage coming in the building tonight. So please like, share, and thumb up the video and share it with those who need to know. It is your brother King Simon. We got ELOCIN NED'RAH coming in, live and direct. So make sure you tune in, lock in, and we'll be back right after this. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonPresents.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonPresents.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonPresents.wordpress.com. Go now. Hey, what's up, family? I'll be showing my face in momentarily. Just want to remind people that tonight, we got a great show for you. Make sure you like, make sure you thumb up the video, make sure you share so we can build the algorithms as we share the wisdom of the modern day sage as these young people are coming out and showing all of their talents, and every new soul and old soul is revealing their energy nowadays. Don't forget tomorrow on IG. If you're on IG tomorrow at King Simon, it's King Simon Production on IG. That's King_Simon_production. Or just go on to King Simon Production on IG tomorrow at 1 p.m. I will be speaking to this beautiful sister, E-Toy. That's right, E-Toy. It's an experience. You got to enjoy the journey. She just finished graduating and ascending with Queen of Fua from the Sacred Women crew and the family. So we're going to have her on IG tomorrow, March the 10th. So it's going to be off the Izzle for shizzle. I'm telling ya, sounded like Snoop Dogg. You know what it is. And don't forget, oh yes, I'm so happy to have this sister coming on. She is the people's midwife. Sister Asia is coming in the building on Sunday, March the 13th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be talking to her live and direct. And then, of course, coming up would be Sister Stacia Davidson. And we're going to be talking to Stacia Davidson on the Thursday, the 17th, and she's going to be doing a great big event with Iris Latham. And then coming up on the 20th of March, we have the one, the only Terra Doll. Terra Doll is coming in with women empowerment through dominatrix. Woo-hoo! That's going to be a hot one. Women empowerment through dominatrix. So I'm going to be bringing on Terra Doll. I mean, she does the thing with feet fetish. She does all of that, and she's even written a book. So we're going to talk about all of that when she comes in. So yeah, y'all going to say, whoa, King Simon got somebody that's a dominatrix. Yeah, she beat up on a whole bunch of white boys. That's what she does. So it is what it is. So we're going to have her on coming up on the 20th of March and show how it has helped her to feel empowered as a Black woman. So we're going to have the dominatrix one coming up live and direct. And just want to remind everybody, Sonetta is having something big. I told him, I promised that I was going to promote it for him. He has something coming up with Attorney General Malik Zulu Shabazz and Captain Tazari out there looking for vendors. If you want to vend, please call that number 347-615-1004. That's 347-615-1004. If you're looking to vend, you know, Soneta's events are going to be very big. It's going to be happening on April the 2nd, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. And it's a heavyweight championship debate, Africa or not. Can we trust the Bible or not? At the Alhambra Ballroom in Harlem, New York. So call that number 347-615-1004 if you want to vend or you just want to find out more about tickets. I think you can pick up tickets on Eventbrite and give them some love, okay? Also, this has been the remix live stream from Detroit instead of Africa because there's been a lot of things going on in Africa in regards to this major event coming up. So if you want to see the live stream featuring Maulang and Karenga, Professor James Smalls, Malefia Asante, Mfandishi, great ones like Dr. Rosalind Jeffries, Dr. Leonard Jeffries, and so much more from the Hoppy crew and the whole family. Big up to Felicia Harden and the whole crew that gave me this flyer. Make sure you go to my website if you want to see those live stream. Get that live stream through KingSimonPresents.wordpress.com/events. So let me make sure that's clear. It's on the bottom of the flyer, yes, but I want to make sure y'all see it clear. /events. That's right. If you go to my website right now, and if you want to go buy your ticket so you can watch it live on your phone, on your computer, this is going to be a powerful, powerful live stream from out of D-Town, baby, Detroit. I might even show up. I might even be there, so this is going to be fun. All right, it's going to be excited, I'm telling you. So make sure you support the family, the Hoppy family, the Hoppy crew, the whole family. Big up to Taki and the whole crew. Also, remember we had on this beautiful sister, Camille Orter. She's a real estate salesperson, and she can hook you up. Give her a call at 718-916-9129. That's 718-916-9129. Tell her that King Simon sent you, or you can hit him up on the email right there, realestateokana.com. That's realestateokana.com. And make sure you hit up Camille Order if you want to find out about some real estate up and down the East Coast. Also, she is Suzie Script. She is the one that does the editing services for authors, journalists, bloggers, and much more. So if you want to get your book edited and all that good stuff, all you have to do is call this number, 914-361-9467. That's 914-361-9467. And make sure you show us some love. If you're looking for health insurance throughout the New York City area, the New York tri-state area, call Sensei or contact Sensei Sherly at shirleystc@gmail.com. That's shirleystc@gmail.com. Make sure you hit her up. Get that health insurance if you need it. Also, if you're looking for some great art for Women's History Month, happy Women's History Month to all you beautiful sisters out there. And this is my cousin from my mama's side. Go to his website, Art Ikel. That's IKAHL. That's artikel.com. Hit him up if you want some great art featuring beautiful women, beautiful sisters, beautiful people. Make sure you hit him up at that website right there. And don't forget Lloyd Strayhorn, one of my teachers in the vibes of numerology or astronumerology. Make sure you hit him up at Astronumerologist. That's right, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Make sure you get his books. Make sure you take his emails and his newsletters and take his class and all that. Give him some love and show him some love. Also, my classes are on Udemy. My introductory classes on Udemy right now. Holistic introduction of Numerovation. If you want to take that, that's a 2-hour class. But if you want the full course meal, guess what? I got the full course meal, 8 hours, raw, uncut, PowerPoint, and chalkboard class. Yeah, I go old school and new school. You know how we do it. And if you want to get my books, guess what? You can go to Linktree right now. Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. You get all my books. I got 6 more books that I'm about to write and some workbooks, so you know what it is. And if you want to do a Numerovation session with me, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Remember, I do have a waiting list, not a mailing list. I do have a mailing list too, but I do have a waiting list. And if you are willing to wait and be patient, guess what? I'll hook you up the Numerovational way. You know how we do. Also, no, that's the prayer. That's for the last. I want to make sure. Okay, content disclaimer. Let's get it straight. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Just want to let people know that, of course. And let's go to the other disclaimer. Very important. You put these disclaimers up. Very important now. Very important when you put these disclaimers up. Disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So yeah, baby, are y'all ready for me to come on? Oh yeah! Lord have mercy. How y'all feel it? How y'all feel it? How y'all feel it? How y'all feel it? Turn on my light. Make sure the light is right. Okay, make sure the light is right. Lighting right. Okay, wait a minute. I might have to change up this camera. Hold on. Let me change the camera a little. Okay. Thank you for the applause. Let me change the camera a little. Hold on. Let me check my cameras. All right, let me check my camera. This might be a better camera. Let me see. All right, yeah, this camera might be a little better. All right, yeah. Light is right. All right. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling? Make sure, tuning in. All right. We're going to be bringing up our guests in the next couple of minutes. We got like approximately 4 minutes before we bring up our guests. Wait for my co-hosts them to come in. And when they come in, and we're going to bring them on. But my guest is going to tear the place up. Lord have mercy. My guest is going to tear the place up. First and foremost, want to make sure everybody is all right and y'all are feeling good. And of course, you know I got some rules up in here. You know the rules. Like I usually put on the front. Welcome to KSPTV. Please like, thumb up, and share this broadcast. Remember, sharing is caring. That's right. Let's give a round of applause to all those that share. Yeah, we give a round of applause to all those people that share. Thank you. Look up to Uncle Rise's son. I got on this shirt today. I got on one of his shirts. Uncle Rise's son. Yes, I am. And the other rule on this program is against the trolls. All right. Now, look here, trolls. Respectfully, this is a troll-free zone. So, trolls, please take a stroll somewhere else. Get that a round of applause. Yeah, baby. Yes. All right, so we got a special guest coming up. We got 3 minutes before we bring on. I see one of my co-hosts in the building, but before I bring on down, I want to show one of the new books that I just got. Oh man, the Black Chaldeans. Woo, the Black Chaldeans. That's one of the new books that I just received in the mail today. And the Cushite seed people of the Tigris and the Euphrates Valley. Oh yeah, biblical baby, but this is also anthropology. It has a lot of chronology in it. Very good book thus far, what I've been skimming through. Big up to John Brinson, aka Abu Amen Ra. That's Abu Amen Ra. Give that a round of applause. You know, I'm a researcher, so I gotta study. I can't talk about it and not be about it. You know what I'm saying? Can't talk about it and not be about it. Very important. So I see my two co-hosts before I bring on my guests. I see my two co-hosts in the building. Let me bring on the one, the only, Sista NuJurney in the building. Where you at, sis? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Let me put up your advertisement here. So yeah, make sure everything all right. Sista NuJurney is in the building. She's the co-host. Make sure you hit her up on IG, PayPal, CashApp, whatever. Spread love the real way. So what's up, lady? You all right?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
Well, you're sweating. You must have run up the stairs. You all right?
No.
Run fast. All right. Just want to make sure you're all right, guys. You're wiping things. I want to make sure you're not wipe off nothing. Yeah. All right. Next up, we got our other co-host. She's about to come in, and she is a martial arts extraordinaire. She deals with health and all the madness. Give her a round of applause. The one, the only Sensei Sherly in the building. Yeah. There she go. What's up, Sensei? Awesome.
Good evening.
Awesome. Let me put your thing up there. Awesome. Not woosah. I said woosah. Same thing. Woosah. You need to calm it down. Woosah. Sometimes we need to do the woosah. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need a woosah, especially when you're around children and they getting on your nerve. Woosah.
Yes.
Woosah. Calm it down. I'm about to take these children to another realm. They get on my nerves. Back in the young day, you know what I'm saying? But how y'all feeling? Y'all all right?
Yes, we're good. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you. Yes.
That's good. I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. I am full of vibes. And of course, people, let me tell y'all, family, y'all make sure you support these beautiful sisters and everything you do. And of course, like I've told them, about to revamp the whole YouTube thing, you know, meet with some peoples and get things right and make sure we have good programming to provide for the people. That's what we need to do. We need to make sure people get good program, conscious program, no drama, no debates, no madness, just straight up information and delivering it right and appropriate for the people. So yes, let's give that a round of applause and work on that coming up after the spring. Also, I want to shout out and acknowledge this doctor here who will be speaking at this forum in Detroit. His name is Dr. Wade Nobles. He has a Black Therapy Central. It's a group of Black psychotherapists that can help you from your Black perspective or an African perspective or a Caribbean perspective or whatever. These people are here to serve the community, co-founded by Dr. Wade Nobles, who will be speaking at this major event in Detroit. Let me put that up on the place right here. At a happy presentation, he'll be speaking at this place at the live stream of Detroit. If you want to go to Detroit, the Power in Unity Conference, he'll be speaking there with some great individuals. We're going to see if we can interview one of them and bring them on before it actually happens on April the 30th, going into May the 1st in D-Town, Detroit. All right, so that's going to be a powerful thing. So those that are going through mental illness, go check out the blacktherapycentral.com. Mental illness, blacktherapycentral.com. If you're tired of meeting with just Europeans and you want to find out, because usually Europeans don't understand your mind like another beautiful Black person can understand your mind. So we need help. The community needs help. Believe that. Would y'all agree, ladies?
Indeed. We do need help. We all need help.
Mm-hmm. So if you think you're going mad, they can hook you up. You're going crazy, they can hook you up. You think you're going cray-cray, we got you, man. You going cray-cray? Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to text you in a minute. You going cray-cray? That's above my pay grade. Let me send this to you. You going cray-cray? Hold on. I got you. Wait. I'm not gonna... I got you. You Black? I got you. So without further ado, we got in the background a dear sister. Matter of fact, it's her cousin that introduced me, and her cousin, I think we had her on before, Felicia Harden. We had Felicia Harden here before, from the Hoppy crew and the whole Hoppy, that big old conference that's happening in Detroit. She's the one that introduced me to this young lady, and I found out how deeply spiritual she is from a highly technical, spiritual technical perspective. This lady is not only known as the modern day sage, and all of these people are revealing their greatness through their powers. And I think everybody should let their superpowers out when they can. Let that superpower out. Don't hide from your superpowers. She's not only a modern day sage, and that's the website that you can link her with. But also, I just want to remind people that this sister also offers a coupon code. If you are going to link up with her, she has the coupon code, and the coupon code is King Simon 2022 for viewers to receive 20% off on an intuitive video reading, which is a pre-recording reading that will be sent via private link on YouTube. Let's give that a round of applause. Yeah. Oh, 20%. 20%. Go get that 20% and stop playing. And this is the numbers. She got numbers too. She got 1-800 numbers. She got 1-800 numbers. You know, we used to call 1-800 Miss Cleo back in the day. 1-800 is 1-800-774-4554. That's 1-800-774-4554. Oh, she got another number. You could text her at 770-2 948171. You can Cash App her and spread some love via Cash App. And of course, at the $ the Modern Day Sage, Venmo, the Modern Day Sage, PayPal, ELOCIN NED'RAH. And also, don't forget, make sure you hit up on IG and YT YouTube page. Our YouTube channel is the Modern Day Sage. And without further ado, we want to welcome to the virtual stage of King Simon Presents KSPTV. Let's welcome the one, the only, ELOCIN NED'RAH. Let's welcome her on the stage right now. Bring her in. Oh, you're going to be like hugging her like Obama. Oh, bring it in. What's up, girl?
Hi.
Hi. She said hi. Ooh, we're getting high right now, girl. I'm drinking.
Hi.
I'm getting high on sugar.
Okay.
I'm getting high on. I don't drink nothing else. How y'all feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, good. You're not nervous?
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Are
As
you
long as you're not nervous. No, you're not nervous.
I was just going to ask her if she's nervous. Are you nervous?
A little bit, but not really. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm comfortable.
She said a little bit, but not really.
Yeah, not really. It's the unknown. It's the unknown. So.
Don't worry, we're gonna treat you good, girl. We're gonna treat you with pet gloves and all that good stuff. And we on Facebook. We broadcasting live on Facebook. That's right. So shout out to the Facebook crew. Give them a round of applause. We're broadcasting live on King Simon Presents, and numbers are simple. The Numerovation station also on YouTube. Also, yeah, 3 platforms we on, girl. 3 platforms. I almost didn't do it right. I did this. 3 platforms. I know, right? I'm listening. I'm so used to 4-bit and knowledge because I'm about to get on that television show network. Oh, get that around the applause. Woo. Signed, sealed, and delivered. I'm yours. Here I am, baby. No, what are you about to say? First and foremost, my dear, I'm going to set it off now. Well, y'all all right? Your cheeks all right? Y'all cheeks all right? Stay focused. We got you. I got you. First and foremost, ELOCIN, thank you very much for coming on the program.
Yes.
And
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you too, sister, and willing to share your wisdom in what you do as being a modern day sage, because a lot of the people that I have worked with in the past, young people, and even my own son. My son, his birthday passed on February the 7th, and I remember I used to do little exams with his psychic to show him that he has certain psychic abilities or certain insight. So I used to lay cards on the table. They were color cards, like the Uno cards. One was yellow, red, blue, all that. And he guessed it right all of the time. He probably missed it once when I flipped it over on him. He was younger. Pop, I said, what color is this? I picked it up. And he'll always say, I said, don't think too much. Feel.
Exactly.
And he's a number 7. And I know 7 energies, when they connected to that energy, that 7 energy, that's that deeply intuitive number in numerology. And he felt that. And when he realized, and after I said, you see what I'm saying? And he got 4 out of 5. And I said, now I think about that. He started crying because he didn't understand that. I think I did it too when he was 10 years old. So he didn't understand how powerful that was. And both of us started crying together because a lot of people's gifts, especially children from a young age, they're told through religion is one of the main stifling of people's gifts. And that's really a problem to me because I came out of a Christian-based family that, we was taught through whatever we taught with that this was this and that was that and this was evil and all that kind of stuff. But when you go into certain when a person prophesies over you in a church, it's all right. When it's a prophetess and all that, but when it comes to people that are not in the church and they do it, it's something that's demonic or it's from the devil, so to speak. But your gifts are not from the devil, and I want people to understand that every one of us have intuition. And you could call it women's intuition, you could call it man's intuition, you could call it whatever intuition you want. But in different fields of life, intuition is taken, and especially if you know how to, if you talk about it and it comes through, intuition can be demonized or disrespected and shunned by your family members and by religious people or just people that's just afraid of what they don't understand. Now, your journey, young lady, what took you to understand that this was your gift and you needed, and did your family support it or did they shun it in the beginning?
Well, what took for me to understand my gifts was actually going through experiences in life. Through my spiritual awakening, I went through quite a bit, um, and it was very challenging. I went on Sister NuJurney's Instagram and watched one of her videos, and she mentioned how the spiritual journey was hard. And it is. It is. It's very challenging.
I'm excited.
She's excited. She's excited.
Yeah, I can most definitely relate. It took a lot of upheavals, a lot of transformations for me to really get that, I was psychic. And I say psychic because I've been through a lot of experiences. But it really hit home in 2016 for me. When I was younger, I had gifts as well, but I didn't quite understand them. I used to astral project. I'm a dreamer, so I used to have a lot of dreams that came to pass. A lot of intuitive insights. I remember when I was younger, my father, he used to play the lottery. And he used to ask me for numbers. And I know, like, sometimes he would give me money and I'm like, what's this for? So, that intuition has always been there, but it wasn't until, as I mentioned, 2016, it really hit home for me. Yeah.
And what the other part of the question is, was any of the family shun it, and anybody lock it down? Anybody didn't want you to do it? What was that all about? I know you said your father supported it, of course, because he was winning money. I would support too. Come here, baby. I need a number because I gotta pay this bill. I would have done it too.
All of my family has been very, very supportive.
That's good.
My mom, she's a Christian.
Yes.
She's deeply rooted in Christianity, but she's very much so supportive of what I do. My father, he's on the other side, so he didn't necessarily have that opportunity to see me in my full, in my full gifts. My grandmother, we had a conversation a few years ago before she crossed over, and she told me that she came before me. So she's gifted as well. And my gifts are generational. They are, they come from both sides of the family, actually.
Right, right. Powerful. Now, who wants to ask the next question? Well, we go ahead, y'all ladies.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Y'all better not play no rock, paper, scissors on here.
NuJurney.
ELOCIN, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you even going on my thing on my IG and actually watching it. Because at that time, I've been on a spiritual journey for 2 years, maybe 2.5. And it's not an easy road. It is hard. There's times where I want to go ahead and give up. There are doubts that I have within myself. I feel like there's things that are not working for me, like I'm not connected. I was just talking to Sensei about it. I feel like I'm not connected sometimes. And for me, my spiritual journey started off by just waking up one morning saying there's more to this than this. You know what I mean? And that's when I got on the horn and I spoke to King and I was like, okay, what is this? So what was your experience like for your spiritual journey? What was your spiritual awakening? Sorry. What Go ahead.
Well,
Okay.
I'm a life path 7, so spirituality has always been very important for me. Even growing up, I grew up going to a Catholic church or going to Catholic school, and I've always just loved, that connection with spirit. At the time, it was, Jesus. Um, but one thing that was a little bit different for me, my grandmother, she took me to church every Sunday, and we went to a non-denominational church. The name of the church was Unity, so there was a lot of different spiritual practices within that church. But it's always been deeply rooted in me.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
Understand.
Maybe around the age of 21, I started to go to church on my own, and that's something that I wanted. I wanted to have that connection, but as I evolved over the years, I stopped going to church and started studying more and studied the Bible. And then I went into Revelation and started getting into, end time prophecies.
Right.
And from that point, it was just, open world for me.
Wow. Okay. I am um starting like it was a problem for me, and it kind of still is a problem for me because when I got to that point, I didn't know whether I should still pray to God. Should I go ahead and just leave him alone? Do I stop reading the Bible? Like it was so, and sometimes it's still so confusing for me
I understand.
because I'm still trying to learn the truth in all. But I will say this: the other day, I actually came in and I'm like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with me praying to God because He is actually the creator of it all. And I'm like, all right, so now I know I had to go back to where I actually came from because I did. I went to I was christened in the Catholic Church. I was baptized in a Seventh-day Adventist church and a Baptist church. I went to a non-denominational church. I
Mhm.
went to a Pentecostal church. So it's like I'm kind of well rounded, but it gave me joy to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And have a conversation. And as I'm talking to you, I'm getting little chills now because it's like
Yeah,
that is that is where I belong. That's kind of like where I what I know. And I'm not saying about me actually going to church. As of right now, I haven't said, all right, I'm going back to church. But just to go ahead and have a conversation with him and talk to him and you know what I'm saying, because he is who created. You understand what I'm saying? So I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
yeah,
It's hard. I can't tell people that it's an easy ball. It's not, because there's some people that you're gonna lose on the way,
absolutely.
and that you're gonna want to lose on the way because some people can't go with you. they're they're
That's
not allowed
true.
to go with you. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to keep on staying steadfast and keep it moving. You know?
Absolutely true. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's the thing with a spiritual journey. You lose people along the way, but you, you know, come into connection with people who are like mind eventually,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
people who are your soul tribe.
Right. Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Sensei.
No, it's fine. Continue. It's fine.
I have a whole bunch of questions. Do
Hmm.
you actually have like okay, so I had started in a community which is I'm not was is spiritual. They talk about, different things and stuff like that, but for some reason I felt like I still didn't belong.
Yeah,
Like I still felt like something was missing. And not to say that I wasn't getting things from it, from that community. It was just more like I don't feel right. It's not sitting in my soul right. So I actually Monday I went ahead and removed myself because I'm like I'm not feeling it. So I guess my question to you would be like, is that how you started? Did you started coming within like-mindedness, but are you like in also a community with a group of people that you get to learn from and they learn from you, and you talk about your experiences and stuff?
Um, well, currently I'm not necessarily connected with the community,
Okay.
but I absolutely understand and relate to what you're saying.
Mhm.
When you get to a certain level, eventually, you evolve, from those certain communities. Me personally, I've been connected to quite a few
Mhm.
communities,
Mhm.
and I got what I needed and moving
Honest out.
forward. Yep. Yep.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
What were you about to say? Go ahead.
No. So at the end of the day, really, it's you take what resonates and leave. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Leave whatever else. Okay.
everyone's path is unique. It's not the same. So you're gonna come across, different things or different groups and gain what you need and discard what you don't and use it for your greatest good.
Mm-hmm.
Take those tools to help you evolve. As I mentioned, everyone's journey isn't the same. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Okay.
eventually you might come across your soul tribe. But you may come across just individuals, who connect to you as well. It may not just be one community, it may be just individuals, everyone is different.
Right. I understand. I think with that, I'm sorry, Sensei. I think with that, I think within me, um, I don't know what to take, what I'm saying, and then leave the rest. Because it's like I get a little confused. Like, all right, do I take this? Do I not take this? Does this resonate? Like, I know what resonates. I know certain things resonate with me that I'm like, all right, I'm fully standing on this, and then there's others that I'm like a little discombobulated in. So I think that is like a problem for me. You know what I mean? I'm even. It's not even a question. I think it's just more like a comment. Like I don't know how to take what doesn't resonate and leave it alone. Like I
I
take
understand.
one or two, and I think that's where my confusion comes in as
Okay, so I will say this as well. When it comes to a spiritual journey, it's not meant to be cohesive. Okay, like there's going to be moments where you're confused, and that's part of the spiritual journey, because eventually it's going to make sense. Whatever you're possibly in conflict with, um it may come back around to you, and it may come back as confirmation. But if something doesn't feel right, you might want to sit with yourself and ask yourself, like, why does it not sit right? And do the inner reflection on that.
well. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sensei, what you would like to do?
That's wonderful.
Sorry.
Um, no, no, that's great. You, I think that's wonderful that you get to come out of your shell and actually come speak as much as you have. And
Thank you.
this, it's wonderful. And my sister, I thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you.
And it's so lovely to meet you. You're
Likewise.
beautiful, and I love your glasses.
Thank you.
um, this just to not to go off a topic completely.
Mhm.
But since you mentioned that you are a dreamer and that you astro travel. What is what's the most profound place that you have visited, if I may ask?
Sure. I don't know the name of this place. I do remember meeting a male on the other side. And I asked him if I could be anybody or anything, and he said yes. And I asked again, and he said yes. And instantly I turned into a bird, and I could feel the wind. I could feel the experience. But then after that experience, I met back with him in this open space. It was like a white room. And then we went through like a wormhole
Hmm.
throughout the galaxy, and I could see the stars. And we
Wow.
ended up in this room. It was a black room, and inside this room, like in the middle of the room, there was a pedestal with the cube, and the cube had like screens all around it. And he touched the screen and it rippled, and we were in another dimension, and it looked like Earth, but it was slightly different. It was more so like the future, and we were in like a subway. So
Wow.
I never found out what the name of that, where I was, but that was one of the experiences that I've had.
That's incredible. Um,
Mm.
I've I I've I know that some people they astral project even when they don't try,
Yes.
and they don't know the meaning behind it. Sometimes they get confused with lucid dreaming. What would you say the difference is between the two?
Okay, so lucid dreaming is more so when you're able to control your dreams.
Mhm.
Astral projection is when you actually feel yourself leaving your body
Mhm.
and traveling.
Mhm.
So you can actually feel the difference. Um, a dream feels like a dream,
Mhm.
you know, astral projection. When you leave your body, you can actually feel. So that's what I would say would be the difference. Like with the astral projection, you can actually feel it.
Very nice. Thank you.
Those that are just tuning in, family, just want to remind people that we have with us the modern day sage herself, giving that a round of applause. ELOCIN NED'RAH, the modern day sage. The IG is at the modern day sage. Also, her YouTube channel is the modern day sage. Her number is 1-800-774-4554. That's 774-4554. And don't forget the 1-800. And don't forget the text where you want to text her. You can text her at 770-924-8171. That's 7709, I mean, 294-8171. That's 294-8171. And her cash app is $ the modern day sage, Venmo at the modern day sage, and of course PayPal is ELOCIN NED'RAH. Now, ELOCIN, you know, a lot of us that have gone on this spiritual journey, the first thing is fear, and fear of either rejection, fear of either making moves. Some people are complacent and comfortable where they're at. And I don't argue with people. That's one thing I don't do is argue about religion, or I don't argue about politics. You got to respect everybody's journey because that is what it is. And if that makes you a better person, then bask in it. But as I've gone through a lot of different religions and systems and spiritual organization, I found that every religion, other than the surface stuff, always had a spiritual undertone or a deeply mystical undertone. I found that Christianity had the Gnostics, which deal with deeper spiritual connection through Kemetic and the Egyptian philosophy. Then you had I read a book called The Mystical Life of Jesus, which was so deep. And then they have a bibliography to defend it. I'm like, wow. And then you got the Jews, the Jewish faith or the Hebrews that had the Kabbalah, and then you had the Islamic ones that had Sufi. Each one have a deeper spiritual system, and a lot of people are afraid to move into that type of realm because they've been taught to be comfortable where they're at in their Christ or their Mohammedism or their Judaism as far as the belief in the five books. But why do you feel many people are fearful of that other side? They're fearful of looking beyond what they were taught by their parents or what was pushed on us through colonialism or slavery. Why do you feel that people are afraid of that?
Well, I feel people are afraid because of what we're taught. It's a lot of programming.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is a society of, doing things instantly and doing things from a surface level. So anytime when anything gets too deep, people are afraid. They pull back sometimes. They don't want to know what's beyond, their level of thinking. And like I said, it's mainly what we're taught, especially like you were mentioning how, pastors would say certain things are demonic, you know, that's the only thing that I can really think of when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to that. Just like, fear, the fear
Okay.
of the unknown and being different,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Okay. Okay. That, I mean, people make sure you go to our website, the Modern Day Sage, themoderndaysage.com. I know I could get a little. I know I could go into a little more deeper stuff, but I don't want to. I don't want to throw anybody off out there. Um,
You good.
because because it is what it is. I've had a journey, and I remember talking to a reggae artist named Jimmy Cliff, and he always said that this was just schools that we go through, and some people graduate, some people maintain, stay as super seniors. They'll stay in school in that level all their life, and that's what they needed. As long as they're not doing having no problems or creating problems, it's all right. To do that. Maybe this is not their lifetime to do that extensive study or going up the rabbit hole instead of down the rabbit hole, because it's duality here. So I want people to understand that you don't have to be afraid of your deeper sense. You know how Sister NuJurney kept on saying father, 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 when in ancient perspective they had mother, father. Europeans taught father, patriarch. They never taught the balance like we did. That's why you hardly see any female angels in the Bible, all masculine. So you got if you're not willing to go that deep or that back to find out really the truth, because it does take a lot of deep studies to find out the true and the facts about the balance of who we are as man and woman, and how this whole paradigm that the religious people have put on us has just been about their patriarchal, European patriarchal mindset to keep us suppressed and to keep. And if I was the enemy like them too, I would do the same thing to us.
Yeah.
And if you were the enemy, you would do the same thing. Keep you suppressed, because who wants the mutants to reveal their powers? Who wants them to finally show their powers? Because once y'all start showing your powers, guess what? You start moving things,
Hmm.
moving and building pyramids again that they call the wonder of the world. We start building things because there must have been, and they want to give it all to aliens. Just remember, your powers are within you, and you got millions of ancestors. Now if you got over, we talk, if you got over millions of ancestors just between your mother and father, going back, back, back at least 400 to 1,000 years, we got to think. We got to think even deeper than that, what we've been taught, and we got to really start looking at that. And I think this is the time, as far as what I'm seeing is you're going to see some very phenomenal things coming out. You already see it in the football, you see it in the basketball, you see people jump high and do all kinds of stuff. We've seen it, but that's really limited compared to what can be done if we really put our minds to use and take it to that next level. So one of the things I want to ask you is, moving with spirit, why should we pay attention to our spirit guides, and why should we move with spirit? What is so important about moving with spirit to you and to what you do as a modern day sage?
Well, moving with spirit, with that help on the other side, you can avoid things, you can come across things that you need. You have that guidance, that extra help, where sometimes people may feel like they're not supported, in this life. But tapping into your spirit guides, your ancestors, and having that connection with spirit, you're able to have that support, that extra eyes, the knowledge, they can guide you. Me personally, when I, went on my spiritual journey, I came really close to spirit and my spirit guides. And one thing I didn't mention, I am a medium, so I'm able to connect to spirit, connect to spirits, and they've helped me so much on my journey, overcoming generational curses, just correcting the way that I think, my mindset, um,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
it can help. Just being on the connected to the other side, I think most definitely it's helped.
Okay, that's a good breakdown of what you're saying from a simple, keeping it simple. And I
Keeping it
like when
simple.
people keep,
I mean,
yeah, I like it when
most
people keep it simple.
you
Okay.
keeping it simple is the best. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have to be complicated.
No.
Mhm. So I am so glad you brought that up because that was going to be my next question. As far as um, for me, I do have an altar up, my ancestor altar. I have it up, um, and I do what's necessary to go ahead and the upkeep. I should say. I don't know if that's even the right word, but to keep it going, right? Um, but like I said earlier, I think sometimes I don't feel like I'm connected, so I do sit in front of it almost every day for about 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk. Sometimes after I finish talking, I'll sit there for a little while to go ahead and see if I get any kind of downloads, if I hear anything and stuff like that. And I don't, so I don't, or at least I don't think that I do. Um, and I guess for me, I'm also looking for that other voice, if that makes sense. Like I'm looking for somebody else's voice to talk to me, So I guess my question is, how do I become more connected um, with my ancestors and my spirit guides? Because I really kind of don't know what I'm doing wrong, if that makes sense.
I understand. And I don't think you should look at it from the perspective of doing anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so listening to that voice here, that gut feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people can hear, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but it's mainly like those thoughts that you have that
Mm-hmm.
you would probably second guess. For example, I need to do X, Y, and Z, and you don't do it, and it turns around that you should have done it. That's your spirit team talking to you, or your ancestors, or that intuition is how they come through.
Mm-hmm.
So, connecting to them, it's just more so trusting yourself and trusting that voice. Like if don't so when you have like second thoughts and doubt, that's where you're blocking them. So if you're hearing something, go with your first mind. And as you honor that, then that connection becomes a lot more stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Okay.
starts with, trusting that inner voice and moving when you hear that inner voice. And
Mm-hmm.
as that, it'll get stronger and stronger.
Mm-hmm. I've always um I've always been a person that I've always wanted to hear, feel, see. Like I wanted to know. I wanted to do it all. I still do. And I've come to the conclusion that they're probably more than 9 times out of 10 they're telling me I'm not ready yet. You know what I mean? But it's like I want it so damn bad. I'm just ready. Like show me. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me. Tell me. Like
Yeah.
it's just because it's exciting to me. So like even when I hear other people talking about their gifts, it excites me. It gets me riled up, and it's like sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, okay, this was wrong. What is really wrong with you? Like, and I guess that's where I get the frustration a little bit about why do I not have this? And, was I born with it before? And then because of, how I was brought up, I lost it, that type of thing. It's a crazy thing. It's
I
just crazy.
understand. I understand. One thing that I will say is the mind is very powerful. Whatever you believe, it happens pretty much. So if you're, not thinking so highly of who you are, you have to know that you are born of, that stuff from the cosmos.
Right.
You are powerful. That's
Okay.
your birthright. So
Right.
it's just the point of believing in yourself and believing in your gifts and, telling yourself, mentally programming yourself that, you know, this is who I am. I know who I am. And moving forward with that. But you have to tell yourself that because society tells us that we're regular people. But,
Right. In all actuality,
we're
we're not.
gifted. We're all gifted,
Yeah.
especially because of the melanin.
Right.
So
Right.
because of
Right.
the
Right. Right.
melanin.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's just a mindset. It's mental blocks.
Yeah.
It's mental blocks. So it's just affirmations.
I was
You
just about to say affirmations,
know,
right? Daily affirmations. Yes.
meditations. How you speak to yourself,
Mm.
the things that you say, the
Mm-hmm.
things that you put out into the universe. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
overcome that.
Right.
It's understandable. Thank you.
Before we get on to Sensei's question, let's give that a round of applause. And Sister NuJurney kept on saying crazy, so let me big up the Black therapy. So those people that feel they're a little cray cray, the Black Therapy Central is right there. So, you know, I was saying that because at certain times when I was younger, they thought I was cray cray, but and that comes from, especially at children. I used to see all types of stuff, and something you don't feel that you could say because you thinking that they're going to the things that you've seen
Yeah.
is going to go and attack your parents,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't tell. So that can be very trying for a child because I recall one time something holding me down, and the
Yes.
shadow of his face was really just looking at me and just but it's about submitting and letting go sometimes,
Mm.
but because we've been taught with so much inundated with so much fear from television and radio and movies and all that kind of stuff, that dark thing that can show up as a shadow that's holding you down and create some type of paralysis, you start getting fearful of that. And I recall that numerous times where I've had to battle or felt that I was battling multiple things. And then there was times when I'm traveling with astral travel with two spirit guides taking me throughout the universe. And I swear I did not want to come back. And when they realized that I did not want to come back in my mind, they read in my mind, and I'm saying, no, this is beautiful. I don't want to come back. I would have definitely passed on in my sleep. I would not come back. They just pulled me back and said, look, and one whispered in my ear, your mission ain't over yet. And I came back and I started crying in my bed. I was like, I don't want to, what's wrong with these people? What's up with this energy? And then there was a time when I had injured my back. I think it was some type of workout. And four of them, all white, like white clothing with black faces, and they kept on, and they all sat at each corner of my body, stood me up, and they started aligning. They were speaking another language and aligning my spine, like just putting everything. I was just like this and going like this. And when I woke up, I felt good. I said, And these are young age. It's a young age. And then there was another time I had the flu, a terrible 105, 106 fever flu on the day of the Million Man March in '95. I didn't even make it to the Million Man March because of it. But as the radio was going, I was wrapped up. Something took me over Egypt, over one of the Giza pyramids, and Yo, all of this liquid started coming out of my body like it was purging me. It kept on carrying me toward the sun to get purged and purged and purged. And I woke up, jumped out of that bed, and did like 100 push-ups straight. I felt good, but I couldn't go to the march because everybody, all the buses left, everything. So I had to stay there and listen to the march on radio. So a lot of these deep spiritual experiences and these spiritual guides inside of us, we got to learn to accept them, and in with proper intentions and proper understanding that it- this is not the only realm that we're in, and tapping into other realms. Sensei, I mean, before you ask your question, tapping into other realms, what does that mean to you when you're doing a consultation or advisory for other people? Do you tap into other realms, or you just ask for permission to connect with the spirit guides of those people that you're doing? You got me? Did she pause?
Yes. No, she's there.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a
Oh, I
question.
thought you were talking to Sensei
No, I
Shirley.
was just saying before Sensei's question comes. What Sensei's question before she questioned. So she comes to the question.
I'm so sorry. I'm just like waiting.
Me too. Are we waiting too?
Okay. So you're asking, do I tap into?
Yeah, how do you go about tapping into? Do you tap into the spiritual side of the person that you're doing a consultation for? Do you ask permission? What? How do you do that?
Sometimes I ask for permission,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more so just feeling. That's how I'm able to tap into their energy,
Mm,
quieting myself, and it's a lot of visualization, um, a lot of breathing, but it's more so just quieting my energy and being able to connect to their energy. I do ask for permission sometimes, especially if I can initially feel a resistance from that person, um, because I don't want to be intrusive.
mhm,
That's not the type of spiritual advisor I am. I'm not going to, you know, tell you anything that is going to frighten you, because that's not my job. My job is to help empower you and enlighten you, and give you the guidance that you need. So you know, everyone is different. Lately, I have been asking for permission because I just think that's proper etiquette, to, tap into someone's energy. But typically, if someone is agreeing to a reading, then they are okay with it.
Exactly. Especially when they send the funds.
Yeah.
They agreed.
Yep.
For once again, family, before we get Sensei to ask this question, we got like it's now 9:47 or 47 minutes after the hour, and we have with us ELOCIN NED'RAH, NED'RAH. We got a NED'RAH, of course, the modern day sage. Hit over on IG, check out her YT, her YouTube channel, the modern day sage, at 1-800-774-4554. 770-949. I keep on saying nine. A nine, that number nine, because I
Yeah.
know 294-8171. 294-8171. Don't forget her Cash App and, of course, her Venmo and her PayPal. Show us some love. She does have a coupon code on her website. She's dealing with the coupon code here, family. King Simon 2020 is the coupon code for viewers. You can receive 20% off for an intuitive video reading, and pre-recorded, of course, and then sent to you. Sent the private link is then sent to you. Also, and that's the website you can go to also, themoderndaysage.com, themoderndaysage.com. Big up to people watching on Facebook and watching on the other YouTube channel, Members of Simple, and of course, all of you on King Simon Presents. Big up to you. Etoy, what's up? We're going to have Etoy on tomorrow. We're going to be working with Etoy on IG tomorrow. And big up to Suzie. Big up to Suzie Author, who was on here recently with us. So big up to them. Go ahead, Sensei. Talk your sass.
Actually, actually, I wanted to ask. We talk about everybody going through their spiritual journeys, but we haven't tapped into our children in schooling. Do you think that it would be a great idea to bring spirituality into the school system for our children. Because I do know that,
Absolutely.
yeah, because I do, they used to do, some schools, they may still do some yoga and meditation, but I know that there are places of, that is out of this, not in this country so much, that they do meditation as a practice. So, what do you think about that? Do you think they should?
I do. I absolutely agree. One form of meditation that I know for sure that they introduced to some students in America is Transcendental Meditation. I believe I'm saying that correct. Um, and meditation alone helps to quiet the mind, helps to quiet the body. A lot of the children are going through things at home,
Mhm.
so it's helpful, especially children who are suffering from PTSD
Yeah,
or any type of emotional disturbances. And overall, it's just, that level of concentration. Um, One thing that I do know is like, some children's and even adults' focus isn't there, so meditation will most definitely help with that. So I do
absolutely.
agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. What about if they, if let's say there are some, there are families who does not have any religious backgrounds or who doesn't have any belief systems and things like that, and then you hear about some other children who talks about Buddhism, and then you have those that talks about Christianity, and those who talks about Judaism, the different things, and then those that are ignorant to any type of religious beliefs or any type of spiritual beliefs. um, how do you, how would you, I should say, how would you suggest that parents or even a guardian or some sort of mentor to introduce spirituality?
Okay. YouTube. There is a channel, I believe it's called Spirit. Um, I forgot the name of that YouTube channel, but it is geared for children and learning different spiritual concepts. Um, what is the name of that? Spirit. I can't think of the name, but it's more so cartoon based.
Oh,
A lot of cartoons do show spirituality, so just introducing them to things that's more so on their level
mhm.
could be very helpful. Cartoons, things that's entertaining, um,
Something simple.
stories,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, as far as like just try to make it as simple as possible for the
exactly,
young one to actually understand and grasp, um, and not see it as it's a task or it's another type of, it's just something else that I'm supposed to learn or do and things like
Hmm.
that. But it just
exactly,
helps them to develop their true selves because, as we get older, we forget who we are. Um,
exactly,
so, I think one way is
Hmm.
to help the children to maintain their innocence by continuing to um,
Hmm.
nurture the their their spirit man.
Hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. No, no, that's interesting because I think back in my day, since I'm older than all of you, uh,
You're
my
number.
te-
You're one.
yeah, yeah, but my teacher used to let us sit still and be quiet. That first practice of sitting still and learn, because usually it's harder to sit still than to move.
Hmm.
It's people don't realize you got to use a lot of muscles to sit still.
Hmm.
So, according to studies, so I think teaching children how to be still. I used to take my two youngest children to the park and have them close their eyes and sit on a log and tell them to at Fort Greene Park. I remember doing that with yes, Sarah and Jordan. Sit down on a log together and listen, close their eyes and listen. Use that and when they and I always said, tell me what you hear. Yo, these children was hearing the squirrels, they was hearing the birds, they was hearing something moving under the leaf. They just tap in. But
Absolutely.
doing things that's related to them to is something that that they, especially in the park, they're hearing the football guys kicking, but when I tell them to really chime in, they chime. It just let me know how deep they can become from when they were young, and what I miss about my youth, about being able to tap in. And really, we never lost it. We just got it. We just got moved away from it a little, due to whatever's happening as far as the media and the madness and the mind control. Because the first form of mind control is our parents. The first
Absolutely.
form of mind control,
Yep.
and that's dangerous because a lot of our parents don't know, and because they got mind control too. So
Yep.
that the spiritual work is powerful, and to go into the schools, now you got to get through the mind control of the teacher. You got to get through the mind control of the principal. You got to get through the mind control of everybody that's in that. Because when we had on Dr. Angela, she did that with her students, and one of the parents came back and started arguing with her, but the child was learning better.
Right.
But because the parents don't know, and that mind control got her parent, that parent, and that parent came and started arguing about why you let my child sit down and meditate, huh? Like, so so the introduction is definitely that. The way you say about introduction is so many ways. You're going to have to unpack that, especially with dealing with a lot of our people that's going through a lot of the madness, and and caught up. So, but I'm proud of everybody that's even striving to do that. Every one of y'all here and everyone that's out there striving to
Yes.
meditate and be still and really listen to the inner voices, and help that inner voice to guide you. So it's a good look. Give that a round of applause for all of y'all. Any questions? Any more questions for our dear friend, the modern day sage? We got 4 more minutes before the top of the hour.
No, I really don't, but I'm looking where the comments, and Cornelius Carter asks, does smoke and marijuana block the connection? I guess that you'll have with your spirit guides, your ancestors, where I kind of feel, not that I'm gonna let you answer. I'm gonna let you answer
I
that.
could answer that one.
Right,
Go ahead.
exactly. But I have, you know, or whatever, and I'm not gonna say what it is, but I've connected, at that moment. So, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
agree.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
That's a herb.
Right.
So it most definitely has that ability to connect you to the spiritual realm.
Right.
Like people say, you get high from it.
Hmm.
So it's like taking you to a higher level.
Right.
It depends on your energy though, and
Oh,
where you are vibrationally, how that information that's coming through is going to be streamed through you. So,
Mhm.
you know,
I
that's
mean, that's
that's
interesting.
my
But
thoughts
I
on
just
it.
put that out there because I'm like,
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's my thoughts on it.
and thank you, Cornelius, for that question. But
Thank you.
a good question to ask everyone that have done it. Would you give your baby that?
hmm,
mm,
Because if a baby can't do it, and they already tapped in from natural, that means we need to learn to go back to the natural way.
natural.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So that
Right.
and that was brought to my attention by Dr. Africa. It said if you won't give it to a baby to smoke, and the baby will just go like just start choking on it, then it's
mhm,
not supposed to be done, because that is the purest form of you, who you are at that age,
Right.
and you are closer to the Creator at that age. So we need to be able to realign ourselves at that time. That's why even urine therapy, Dr. Africa will always recommend that the only best urine you could probably use for any kind of medicinal purpose would probably be a baby's urine, because we've been going through so much of this corruption and eating too much garbage over the years. That
mhm,
new spirit, that new energy coming through is probably the best. That's when urine therapy can use to filter out your eyes and clean up certain parts of your eyes to heal your eyes. But people trying to with themselves, unless you fast for a good month and then take that first urine, probably I'm just going down that road. But if you can't give it to a child, if you know you won't even give a cigarette to a child or shrooms to a child and all that kind of stuff to a child, you got to go because DMT can be created naturally. And they all the people that do it say it can be done naturally, but it takes work and it takes more time. But the plant life is good, and I respect everybody that does it. Uncle Rising Son, all the KT, all of them. It's just that will take you right there immediately. And but again, the discipline. We jumping right. Some people jump right into the car, a speeding car, and not ready to drive. Not ready to drive the car. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give them. We got to give everybody have their different experience. So that's why I respect all of them that are doing it. I haven't really never did it myself. But weed, marijuana, Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Me used to smoke enough ganja. So me know how that work. And all I would do was laugh when I was smoking. I just laugh. So it's crazy. But let's keep that moving. Any other questions? Any other questions before we let our beautiful sister leave?
I just want to tell her thank you so much.
No, that's
what you said gave me clarification, on some of the things that I need to do and stuff like that. So I appreciate it. I thank you so much for that. I thank you for even watching my video, girl. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a superstar now. You know what I mean?
You never know who's watching. That's why you have to be focused on what you're doing with it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? People gonna be watching you. All of a sudden. Anything else, Sensei, you'd like to say?
Yes, I'd like to run off with Sista NuJurney and say thank you so much. Appreciate you for what you do. And please don't let this be your last time visiting us. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you. Thank you for coming, and thank you for teaching us something new. And those who doesn't know at all, like who's listening and who's actually been a part of this tonight, I think you've opened up a lot of eyes and a lot of minds. Because there are people that may have been judging this type of field because of lack of knowledge. And one thing that I think we can all agree is that the Bible does say, "My people perish for lack of knowledge," and I think that's universal.
That's right.
It's universal. So I thank you for that, for enlightening us.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Get out a round of applause. Thank you very much. Family, make sure you hit her up, the 800 number, the 770 number, her IG, a CashApp, a Venmo, book a session. Right now, if you book a session through her website, this is what it is. It's what it is. We got that coupon code for everybody that say they listen to King Simon, 20% off, yo, 20% off. And this is the first time doing an interview. Woo, I broke it. I did. I'm the one. Oh, praise the Lord. I'm the one. No, baby. Yeah. You'll never forget me. That's all. And we did it with respect, and we treated you well. Didn't we treat you well on this channel?
Yes, you all did. Thank you so much for having you.
They still laugh for that.
Thank you.
All right, my beautiful. You be safe out there, and I'll talk to you another time, or probably later or tomorrow, whatever, and make sure everything is well. Okay. And let you know how many people we're going to send towards you as far as this business is concerned, because it's important that, remember, family, these modalities are just guiding apparatus. You don't have to worship and pray to them and all that. It's just a guide. It's just like Joseph that was locked up, and he had a dream. He went to the Pharaoh, and he was able to tell the dream, and he got guided. It guided Egypt out of famine and all that. These are just those things, just understand. They're just here to guide you and give you direction if you need direction. All right. So don't get all spooky with it. Don't get spooky. All the prophets had dreams. They all had prophetic ideas. They were very intuitive. There was one time when a taxpayer was talking about Jesus, and Jesus heard him. but he intuitively heard him mentally because he was in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you think I don't read this book? I read all these books. Oh, I can get in now. Don't play with me. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So make sure y'all take care of, and make sure y'all go to themoderndaysage.com. She ready. I'll talk to you later, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, peace and love.
Good night. Safe.
Have a good one.
She ready. She ready. I don't know why I'm quoting Tiffany Haddish.
I don't know.
She ready. I think because she's Sagittarius too, so I had to big her up for her Sagittarius self. So,
Oh, you did say she was the day before my mom, right?
yeah, she's the day before your madre. Yes, your madre is right. The day before your madre. So everybody go to her website, and again, she got the 20% off if you put in that coupon code. She got a coupon code special. Woo, woo, woo. No, woo, woo. How you say it, girl?
Woo!
I said who who. You say woo.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
West Coast. Who is West Coast? East Coast is woo. Yes. Yo. I know, right? Man, let's take care of this beeswax and get the heck on out of here. We're gonna take a step to the rear and get the heck on out of here. All right, look, I don't know if y'all gonna be in this one because we got some stuff coming up, but I'm telling y'all, family, this is gonna be all right. I'm gonna be on IG tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna be on IG at 1:00. So I know if y'all can't make it, it's IG. But this one's gonna be. She's from Sacred Women under Queen of Four. We're gonna definitely hook her up and. We're going to be with her tomorrow. Her name is Etoy. It's an experience. Big up to her. She was tuning in on Facebook earlier. Also, we got this beautiful midwife coming in. Whoa, we got that Asia. And she's coming in. She's the people's midwife. So she's going to be coming in on the 13th of March. I have her coming on the 13th of March. On IG, I'm expected to speak to, on the 20th, I'm expected to speak to a beautiful lady named, a beautiful sister named, what's her name? Tiara Doll. She deals with women empowerment through dominatrix. Oh, yeah. Whipping white boys' backsides. Yes. So you'll get your empowerment through whooping them. So we're going to bring her in. And she's actually talking about how it had changed her life. And she also wrote a children's book, not on dominatrix. I just want to show you, not on that. That's a children's book on her dog. That she has a dog named Coffee in his life. Little dog. It was so interesting. But she has shown, we spoke about it today. And I said, you know what? Let's talk about it. I want to talk about that because I came out of a similar life, but not whooping nobody's backside. I didn't do none of that. But it is an interesting field I've seen at one point. So, and let me big up these people. They're having a big religious debate. This is a Hebrew Israelite brother, Captain Tazariak from ISUPK, and Attorney General Malik Zulu Shabazz. Heavyweight championship debate featured by Sonetta TV. Africa or not? Can we trust the Bible or not? That's the two topics that's going to be at the Alhambra Ballroom in Harlem, New York. That's going to be a big topic. So big up if you want to vend and you got soaps or whatever you're vending. This is going to be a packed place. Usually Sonetta usually have a pack and the people usually spend money. So if you want to vend, 347-615-1004. That's 615-1004. That's happening April the 2nd. And that's from 2 to 7 p.m. That's a Saturday in Harlem, New York. And then just want to shout this out also. Family, One Africa Power in Unity Conference. Now, if you can't make it to Detroit from April the 30th to May the 1st, you could do a live stream and you could go actually to my website and link in the live stream and find the link to the live stream. Just go to KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com/events. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com/events. and you will be in the building live from your phone or whatever you are going to be on. All right. We're just trying to hook that up. And that's big up to Felicia and the whole Happy crew. That happens to be Felicia Harden, happens to be the cousin of the person we just interviewed. So big up to Felicia and the whole Happy family. And then we have Camille, aka Suzie. She was on with us previously, and big up to her. If you want to buy real estate throughout the New York tri-state area and the East Coast, I think she's also in Jersey, and she has access to Georgia and all those type of places. Also, she's a life insurance person that handles life insurance in those places also. But I know she's definitely throughout the New York tri-state area for what she does as far as real estate is concerned. And then if you are an author or you really want to write a book, be serious. Everyone got a book inside of them. Get that book out. Come on now. It's good for legacy leaving. It's good for just leaving a great who you are, letting people know who you are and what you're about, or children's book or whatever you want to write. This sister can help you with the editing services. The authorship is for authors, journalists, bloggers, those that need to get things corrected and all that kind of stuff. And enough love to that. And then, of course, our beautiful sensei, the one, the only Sensei Sherly, is still dealing with the health insurance. You people need to be insured, especially throughout the tri-state area. Make sure you hit that up, ShirleySTC@gmail.com. Hit her up, hit her up, hit her up. And here's one of my cousins for the Women's History Month celebration. We are going to Art Eichel. He designed those great artistry for women and tribute to beautiful women and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you go to his website, Art Eichel. If you're interested in good art, support him. And of course, big up to Lloyd Strayhorn. Big up to him, of course. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up, the astronumerologist of the world. Big him up, get his books, get his newsletters and all that stuff, and take his classes. And remember, I'm on Udemy with this introductory class. Please go to udemy.com and put in Numerovation. It should be like $14.99 right now, but it does go up to like $100. So they usually have sales, like monthly sales. So make sure you go on Udemy to take my introductory class to Numerovation. And if you want the full course meal, if you like to eat hearty, guess what? 8 hours of food, raw, uncut, vegan, vegetarian food in the uncut version. Because I'm doing PowerPoint and I'm doing also the I'm doing chalkboard breakdown. And don't forget my books. Go and get the books if you can, please, by Linktree. That's right, / King Simon the Numerovator. And then boom. You want to do a Numerovation session, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. Ladies, I know it's getting late, so let's close out with this disclaimer. Come on, Sister NuJurney, do what you do and make it do it.
Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcaster and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised.
Sensei, let's get it in.
Disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Thank y'all very much for that. And y'all ready for the prayers so we can get going out of y'all? Y'all ready for it? Y'all looking like y'all ready to. All right, let's pray. Okay, let's start off before y'all fall asleep. I know this is late beyond y'all bedtime. All right, y'all go ahead and start off, Sista NuJurney.
Okay, deep breath in and out. One more time, in and out. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now.
Go ahead, Sensei. Poor Sensei. You all right, Sensei? Back there?
I'm okay.
I know, right? She breathing now.
Please.
Go ahead. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
One more breathe. One more breath.
Breath.
Okay.
Deep breath.
Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and my plant. Sorry. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now.
Yes, yes, yes. One more time for the get gone. Please, Universal Creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open my mind, or our mind, and our spirits and our souls to receive only truth and your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Let's give Dr. Blair a well-deserved round of applause for providing that prayer. And if you want to support Dr. Blair, please go to his website. This is his website that's on the screen. Go to Dr. Blair's website on the screen. That's www.themethod2.com. That's www.themethod2.com for his books, his Faraday tech, protectors, magnets, diodes, and all that good stuff. Make sure you support Dr. Blair. Ladies, we want to thank both of y'all for doing what y'all have done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me move that out of the way. Thank y'all very much. Y'all all right? Y'all finish laughing and letting it all out? Y'all look like y'all want to laugh and let things out. Y'all, what's so funny? Y'all all right?
Yeah, no, you know what? I was thinking about the thing on it's not 125. Adam Clayton. That would be good for Paris. Did you tell her?
Paris?
For her soaps. Yeah, for her soaps.
Oh,
Because she's in Brooklyn now, right?
She's in Brooklyn, yes.
Yeah, so she could probably sell her soaps out there.
On 125th, no, Paris don't want to do that. That stuff. She's hype on the online. She tight online. So she don't have no time for that. She needs to get it into some shops. Now that would be smart.
That would be nice too.
That would probably be the best thing to get it into some shop. But man, streets of New York is something else.
Brutal.
It's brutal. I don't do that anymore. I did all of that years ago. Woo, man. Not the same. Not the same. Not the same. But thank you, ladies, for being your greatest self. Before y'all fall asleep and start snoring, I want to make sure y'all are all right because I'm still up. I got things to do. And I'm thankful for both of you. And y'all have a great, great day tomorrow. Are y'all going live? Y'all don't tell people y'all going live on IG. Y'all going live on Saturday?
We go live on Saturday.
Yeah, let them know which these are the IGs that y'all go live on your IGs. Let me make sure which one who starts off the live, if it's Sensei or you.
We rotate.
Oh, y'all rotate. Okay.
So this week is her, next week is me.
Okay, so this week y'all can go to this live IG with them. What time? Y'all know? Sophia_Lovey. What time?
Normally it's like around 7
o'clock. 7 o'clock. Okay, y'all can hit them up and hear what topic they're going to speak on, and they can go with the flow. If y'all got questions, these are their two IGs right up here. You got to make sure you draw them in. You got to draw them in. So that's their IG. Sista NuJurney, and of course Sensei Sherly. They got their IGs. I know Sherly got a new IG, but she's using that for her acting. She's a thespian. Not a lesbian. Thespian. So they're going to start calling you, hey baby, I heard you are a lesbian. No, thespian himself. He said thespian.
Yeah.
He just said lesbian and said thespian. I'm just saying. I'm a lesbian. I love women too.
That's funny.
Whatever. You fool me. But ladies, I'll talk to y'all mañana. Have a good night. Love y'all. Bye. Okay. Okay, we're gonna send them all family. We're gonna make sure they go and do what they gotta do. They gotta rest. They gotta take a rest. All right, now. That's been fun. We're gonna keep it moving. All right, let's play the music and get out of here. All right, family. Regardless of land, labor, or language, there's but one God, and in the immortal words of Marcus Mosiah, God be up, you mighty nation. You can accomplish what you will. Remember, I'm going to be on IG with this beautiful spiritual sister, bang, the one, the only, E-Toy. We're going to be in the building. I want to thank, of course, ELOCIN again. Big up to ELOCIN. Make sure you go to her website, themoderndaysage. And don't forget, if you want to find out about midwifery, taking classes, and all this, Asia is coming in live and direct. Sister Asia is coming in live and direct, the people's midwife. So we're going to have a great time on this month of March. Happy Women's History Month forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Big up to all you beautiful women out there. It's your brother King Simon signing out, signing off, and taking a step back to the rear so I can get the heck on out of here. Respect to all of you out there. Stay strong, stay focused, stay out of people's trouble, and stay focused in everything that you do. Love you. I'll be on IG tomorrow, remember. So tune in at 1 o'clock, but I might be on early, just breaking down the number 10 tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in to King Simon Productions on IG. Take care. Peace. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Go now.